It is Sunday. Hustle, and burn. Come on, man. What's up, guys? It's your boy out here, CJ the DJ, man. Today's episode is sponsored by a great company. I'm super excited about this partnership, the Impact Co, guys. The Impact Co, all about elevating yourself, empowering others. You guys know that's what I'm all about. We chat about it on the pod all day while you listen to me blabber, man. But they have a product available called the IT Band. It stands for Internal Toughness and Inner Torch, okay? They have their red band available for order right now, guys. You can buy one for $5 or two for $11. If you get the 2 for $11 bundle, it comes with a third band, which is white, okay? Each band stands for something different. So the red on the inside has resilience. The white on the inside has faith. So you buy 2, you get that third one free. It's basically a 3 for $11 deal, guys. And then you're able to give that other red band that you can get out to someone else to continue to pass their message along. I love the message. I love that daily reminder staying on your wrist. So go check out the Impact Company. The link will be in the description of this video. Great company. Very excited about the partnership, and they are today's sponsor. Let's get into it, man. Yo, what is up, everybody? It is your boy out here, CJ the DJ, coming to you live with a brand new episode of Hustle and Burn. As always, man, appreciate y'all tuning in. It is Sunday. Hopefully everybody had a great week, and hopefully we can end it all right. You did. Man, appreciate y'all tuning in. Shout out to the sponsors, man. Let's get right into it for y'all today, man. We seen last week, guys, the Chargers, man. The Chargers. Y'all know I've been huge on Jim Harbaugh and the Chargers since this offseason, since last season even. I'm extremely high on the Chargers, man. I think their ceiling is extremely high. They're showing why they are one of the best teams in the NFL. But to me, I think this last week really showed why the Chargers are so dangerous, guys. This last week that they played, this is the worst that their O-line's going to look, okay, period. Najee Harris went down, which now allows them to solely focus on Omarion Hampton and his development every single week within the offense. Justin Herbert didn't have a great fantasy game by any metrics at all. He still threw for 300, a tutty, and a pick. But at the end of the day, man, I think this shows just how dangerous they are because of the fact that their O-line looked terrible. The fact that Najee Harris went down, so they solely had to flip and just rely on Omarion Hampton, which obviously Najee was out a couple weeks, so they had been relying on Omarion more than him, but still, it changes the dynamic when the game plan going into the week is one thing and immediately it switches and flips, right? So I think that just shows how dangerous the Chargers really are, guys. And I think, to me, this is what Justin Herbert's wanted, guys. This is what Justin Herbert has wanted, like point blank, period, yo. Like, again, in fantasy, this was his lowest scoring game of the year, but he was able to lean on his run game, okay? And then the Chargers can lean on him to just be the clutch QB and win the games that he always does. Like, he's hands down the most clutch quarterback in the NFL, period, okay? If you get him the ball on that last drive, odds are Justin Herbert's going to win you that football game, period, okay? He is one of them ones. And so, to me, this game just embodied how dangerous they are. Their O-line's never going to look worse. They had a running back go down to switch up their game plan in the run game. Justin Herbert didn't have one of his stellar, crazy, insane games. The defense stood up. The defense made big stops. And at the end of the day, Herbie did his thing to win the game. That is the Chargers. And I think that's what Justin Herbert wants. He doesn't want to have to be the savior every single game, dropping 350 yards and 3 tutties. He doesn't want to. And now, guys, he doesn't have to. I'm telling you, man, the Chargers are a very, very dangerous team. So keep an eye on them, man. We're going to flip from a dangerous team to a not so dangerous team for some odd reason. I couldn't tell you myself. But, man, guys, Michael Penix, he had a great season opener, week 1 versus Tampa Bay. And since then, he hasn't literally done a thing. Like, 2 weeks ago, he went for 135 yards, no touchdowns. Last week, he went for 172 yards, no touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Okay? Again, 172 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Michael Penix, what are we doing? Atlanta, you paid Kirk Cousins $200+ million guaranteed. I don't see how you can leave that on the bench when you're seeing QB play like this on the field. And I get it. I get it. Kirk Cousins can't move around as much as Michael Penix could if that's what is going to be the only argument. But when your team is down double digits to the Carolina Panthers of all teams, and your quarterback can't move the ball, and your quarterback can't do anything, it's time to make a switch, man. It's time to make a switch. They need to go back to Kirk Cousins. You paid Kirk Cousins $200 million to be in Atlanta. Don't just leave him there as a backup, because Michael Penix is not working well offensively right now. It just is what it is, whether it's that he's a lefty, whether he's not understanding the offense. It just isn't working. And really, guys, they have too much talent on the offense. Bijan Robinson, Drake London, Kyle Pitts. Like, come on, man. They even got I forget the secondary wide receiver that they have. It's like Ray McLeod or something like that. He's solid. Like, bro, these guys have heads on their team, okay, that are really fucking good. But it's just the quarterback play at this point, okay? And so for me, when you're down again double digits to the Carolina Panthers, as the Atlanta Falcons, it's time to get back to Kirk Cousins. It's time to get back to the guy who's been in these moments, who's played more games, who's done more things in the NFL. And we're paying him $200 million guaranteed, just to make it even easier of a decision. You feel me? Like, but I will say, shout out to Carolina, yo. Shout out to Carolina, man. Like, that was a good win for them. That's back-to-back wins for them. And I will say, Carolina's, now got 2 wins through 4 weeks. Their schedule is top 5 to 7 easiest schedules across the NFL. So at the end of the day, keep an eye on Carolina to win 8 games, man, and 9 games, and try and make a little wild card push just so Bryce Young can get his little extension. Watch. Keep an eye on it, man. It's extension year for Bryce Young. Watch. Keep an eye on a little 8 to 9 wins, maybe a little wild card game or something. Watch the Carolina Panthers do it, man, with that easy-ass schedule that they got, man. We'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. Let's keep it pushing with the Not For Long League, man. The Green Bay Packers this week, man. Last week, Michael Parsons last week, guys, had major flashbacks when his clearly superior team shit the bed to a clearly worse team. All right. And they blew a game that they should have won. Michael Parsons having major flashbacks last season, all while his former team lost a game that they should have won to the Picasso of fingernail painting. Like, both these teams this week are just terrible. All right. And this week, Michael Parsons is going to have a chance to sack Dak Prescott for the first time in his entire career as an opposing player. And after what I saw from Green Bay last week, guys, losing this game to Cleveland, obviously people saying that they're point shaving and this and that, whatever the case may be, I see the Green Bay Packers coming in and running the board with the Dallas Cowboys this week. I'm telling you right now, they're all going to get charged up based on last week. They're all going to get charged up because of the kick in the ass. They're all going to be charged up at the end of the day just because of Michael Parsons returning and what we all know that he wants to do and the statement that he wants to make to Jerry Jones, okay? Like, we all know this. We all know this, bro. Green Bay is most likely, in my opinion, going to run the board with the Cowboys, man. The Cowboys can't put anything together, really. And now you got CeeDee Lamb, who's out for 4 weeks, yo. You got CeeDee Lamb, who's out for almost a full month, bro. The Cowboys are in a world of trouble, bro. Because now the DBs can just bracket George Pickens, and now who's your other target? If we can lock down George Pickens and Ferguson, who are you going to throw the ball to? Who's going to step up in the offense? Is the run game going to step up? Is it another wide receiver that's going to step up? Who knows, man? But the Cowboys are in a world of trouble. But hey, at least they got 2 first-round picks that they can work with, okay? Fucking God, man. These goddamn Cowboys, man. Now, last week, guys, I had told y'all we're going to see if Washington was a system team or a Jaden Daniels team, right? And it's a system team. You can plug probably any damn near quarterback into that system. Obviously, Mariota ain't no scrub, but you can plug any quarterback into this offensive system and win, bro. And win. And for me, I'm sitting Jaden Daniels 1 more week. Mariota, he showed he can play at the end of the day. So, I'm resting my star quarterback for another week this early in the season, just making sure that before he comes back, he's definitively 1,000% good to go. and let Mariota play for one more week. And it looks like Washington is in agreement. Mariota is going to start today. So for fantasy managers, any of you guys that were looking at that, trying to get Marcus Mariota potentially, go pick him up. He will be starting. And I think it also begs the question on Washington's side of, if he has another good performance this week, do we keep Marcus Mariota on the roster, or do we try and leverage this as trade bait to go out and get another piece on the defense, or go out and get another piece on the offense potentially, because Terry McLaurin's already hurt this season? You know what I mean? Like, what do we do? What do we do with Marcus Mariota as the Washington Commanders? I'd love to hear your guys' opinion. If you see me, or comment below on the video, whatever the case may be. Let me know what you think the Commanders should do. If Marcus Mariota has another stellar game like he did last week, should they use him as trade bait, or should they simply just keep him on the roster in case Jaden Daniels goes down? I'm curious. I am curious, man. We're going to keep it pushing with some more Not For Long League, man. I got a lot today, player. All right? Man, the Raiders, guys. I love the Raiders, and I know we got Geno. All right? I know the O-line ain't good, but God damn it. God damn it. New York Giants signed Russell Wilson to a contract, benched his ass. Atlanta signed Kirk Cousins, $200 million guaranteed, benched his ass. At this point, 4 weeks in, guys, if we lose to the Chicago Bears today, and the offense looks the same as it did, I am calling for the Raiders to trade for a quarterback and let that quarterback and Geno battle it out, man. And this is exactly why I said that they should have drafted Shedeur Sanders. They should have drafted Shedeur, bro. Even if you don't think Shedeur would have more success immediately than Geno, to me, he's going to move around better and he's going to make more plays for the team than Geno has the ability to do, clearly. Shedeur's played with a shitty O-line. You seen them boys at Colorado? This motherfucker was running for his goddamn life. And I get it, it's the NFL. It's a step up. What I'm saying is, I'm telling you, Shedeur could do more than Geno's doing. Geno just sits in the pocket. After 2-3 seconds, he gets happy feet, and then they're collapsing the pocket, and it's done, bro. It's done. That shit last week was hard to watch. And this week, if we lose to, Caleb Williams painting his fingernails, Caleb Williams, man, I'm calling for the Raiders to trade for a quarterback, man, and have them battle it out with Geno for the rest of the season to see who's going to be the starter. Because this is bad. And something has to change. I just can't see us as an offense continuing like this. We cannot continue like this. And I don't see anything changing or developing. So I'm a little confused and a little bit worried, honestly, on what the Las Vegas Raiders are doing right now. My boys, help me out. Help me figure out what's going on. Give me a good offensive game right here against Chicago Bears. All right? We going to see, man. We gon' see. Let's get into the fantasy rap for the week for y'all, man. In the fantasy rap of the week, Marvin Harrison Jr., he's alive. He's alive. Marvin Harrison Jr., man, is alive, man. The return to fantasy's top tier table with a big 18-point game Thursday, in Arizona's loss. And I got to tell you, man, I got him. I got him in fantasy. He has me worried, or he had me worried. He had me worried. And I honestly don't think it's as much him as it is Kyler Murray, man. I was watching this game Thursday, guys, and I had thought Kyler Murray had been in the league 4 or 5 years, something like that. Bro, it's been 7 years that Kyler Murray has been in the NFL. 7 years that Kyler Murray has been in the NFL, bro. Okay? He's on his second head coach. His second system, basically. He couldn't win with Cliff Kingsbury, guys, who is now the offensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders, who just won with a backup quarterback at the helm by 30-plus points in a game, okay? That Cliff Kingsbury, that coach, that offensive guru, could not do anything for 4 seasons with Kyler Murray because he's trash. So I don't think it's as much Marvin Harrison Jr. as it is Kyler Murray, but I'm just very excited, of course, to finally see Marvin Harrison Jr. back. I know fantasy managers that got him are extremely excited about it, but it's definitely time, guys, to start looking for some kind of stash guys here, just in case the season doesn't go the way we want it for Marvin Harrison Jr., because, he looked tough for a couple weeks, guys. I mean, I was really stressing. I was really stressing. Now, this week with some news that affects today, guys, for fantasy managers to pay attention to if you haven't looked yet. Mike Evans is out for multiple weeks, guys, with a hamstring injury. All right. This hamstring injury has been following him around since last season. And to me, this is huge for the Bucs. As I mentioned last week, Baker been doing his thing on him. You feel me? But losing Mike Evans really allows opposing teams, I feel like, to add more focus to Emeka Egbuka, whatever the fuck his name is, and Sterling Shepard. Okay. Because the defenses can now focus more on Emeka and Sterling Shepard, at the end of the day, Sterling Shepard was one of the most picked up players across the fantasy board over the last week. Since he had that last game and he was kind of the clutch player for Baker Mayfield, Sterling Shepard has been one of the most picked up fantasy players overall this week. But I just don't think with Mike Evans out that it bodes well for a Sterling Shepard or for an Emeka, because now, again, the DBs can put more focus on them. They can bracket them a little bit better. There's only a 1 and 2 receiver. There's not a 1, 2, and 3 receiver, or 1, 2, 3, 4 when Chris Godwin comes back. Like, these boys are going to be dangerous when everyone can get healthy. But for right now, guys, I'm telling you, for fantasy managers that are thinking of playing Sterling Shepard, I don't think he's going to have as good of a game as you think, and I don't think Emeka is going to have as good of a game as we're all expecting. Okay, this is the first game where we're really going to see if Emeka can be that number 1 wide receiver for an offense. All right, there's no Godwin. Now there's no Mike Evans. Emeka steps up, he's the number 1 wide receiver. So we'll see if he can step up, and I'm just telling you guys, don't expect the 20, 40 points. Maybe expect anywhere from 10 to 15 from Emeka this week, which isn't bad, of course, but still, it's going to be a step down from kind of what's expected from him up until this point, right? And for Sterling Shepard, guys, if you picked him up this week, if you're thinking of playing him, be cautious. Be very cautious, guys. I'm telling you right now. He runs great routes, of course. I know that, but I'm just telling you, all right? I'm just telling you. Now, this is a fantasy prediction alert for anyone that has went and picked up this player. Look for the New York Giants, guys, to lean very heavy on Cam Skattebo. I always thought his name was Cam Scatbo. Apparently, I was corrected this week. It is Cam Skattebo. Motherfucker was annoying me on their last game. I was watching it. Shit was irritating me. I told my boy, like, yo, why the fuck was this guy calling him Skattebo? He's like, that's how you say his name. I was like, whatever. Cam Scatbo, man. Look for the Giants to lean heavy on Cam Scatbo this week, guys. Rookie Jackson Dart obviously is making his first start today, and these two young kids could be the future of the NFL, guys, and could be the future of the New York Giants. Okay. They could really be the future of the New York Giants. Skattebo already has people talking, and Jackson Dart obviously had a great camp, a great preseason, to the point where there were conversations about if he was going to be the week 1 starter. And the Giants just happened to go with Russ. That's the guy that they paid at the end of the day. That's the guy that, has been in these situations more. But keep an eye on these two, man. If you're struggling in fantasy for a quarterback, today's the day. You might find your next diamond in Jackson Dart, man. Don't sleep on him, even if you're in especially if you're in a deeper league, man, and your backup quarterback hasn't been really performing well. Keep a very close eye on the beginning of the game, or at least, the first half of the game of this Giants game, because if Jackson Dart comes out striking, people are going to be trying to pick him up like wildfire. Y'all know how it goes. So I'm just telling y'all, for anyone that's looking for a backup quarterback or just a starting quarterback in general, depending on how this kid plays and how the offense looks with him in there, I'm telling you guys, man, definitely pay attention to it. But really, don't sleep on Jackson Dart, man. The Giants have talent, guys. And really all that they need is someone at the head that can command the team to try and make some plays for themselves to get some wins. So definitely keep an eye on Cam Skattebo as well as Jackson Dart today, guys, as they go into this game and Jackson Dart makes his first start for fantasy purposes. It's going to be a real extreme effect on their offense. Malik Nabers could potentially come back from the dead. He hasn't been doing a crazy amount the last couple weeks. We'll see, man. We shall see. Now, let's get into the reason y'all came here, man. Now, the first couple weeks, guys, they've been rough. I ain't hit nothing for y'all. But this week, I'm confident. I love it. I love these picks, man. So let's get into the sports bet picks of the week, man. What's up, everybody? It's your boy out here, man. Want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor for all the NFL chat that we have, but especially for these NFL bets that we got coming up for you, man. ORSBC, guys. This is the hottest football club in the Box State, the hottest club, period. All right. This year, they are located down at Sueños Cantina. hottest spot, I'm telling you, especially when it comes to watching football. So come on down. You can actually meet us there today. Yes, today. All right, so scrub your ass, tie up your shoes, whatever you got to do. Come on down, man. Have a good time. Don't matter if you're a Raider fan, not a Raider fan. Come on down. Have a great time, man. Sueños Cantina, ORSBC.Denver. Go look them up, guys. See the themes they got, the watch parties that they got coming up. And shout out to them for sponsoring the pod. Let's get back to it. The lock of the week this week, guys. At the time of the bet, this odds was plus 411. All right. Odds were plus 411 at the time of the bet. The first leg of this, I know I just hyped them up, but I'm picking against them. I'm going Chargers money line versus New York. Yes, sirski, man. I think my man Herbie stepping into the concrete jungle where dreams are made of, and he's stepping all over Jackson Dart's dreams of a win in his NFL debut. Chargers money line versus the New York Giants. That's the first leg of the lock of the week, man. Second leg of the lock of the week, I got the Eagles money line versus Tampa Bay. Obviously, guys, again, I've been high on Tampa Bay. I've been very high on Baker Mayfield, but I think injuries get the Bucs this week. The Eagles are, running like a well-oiled machine, and that boy Saquon ain't even really popped out this season, so keep an eye on him potentially popping out this week. And I just think the Eagles are going to overpower the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It is what it is. Injuries have just gotten the Bucs already this season. They need Mike Evans on the field. They need Chris Godwin back. We need these guys on the field if we're going to be a competitive team that's going to contend for a Super Bowl. That's just the bottom line. If they don't have those pieces, they're not as good. Okay, they're not as much of a contender. And so I got the Eagles money line versus Tampa Bay, man. Again, I know I've been very high on Baker and the Bucs, but I just think with taking Mike Evans out, it's just not going to be able to get it done versus the defending Super Bowl champs, man. So third leg of the lock of the week for y'all guys, I got the Commanders money line versus Atlanta, guys. And at the time of the bet, guys, they have Washington plus 2.5. This is crazy to me. Like, they have Washington as underdogs. And I get it. Jaden Daniels is out. But, God damn it, last week they looked fucking amazing with Marcus Mariota at the head. So, what are we even talking about, bro? And Atlanta is debating whether to bench their starting quarterback, bro. All while the Commanders' backup quarterback is looking stellar just because Jaden Daniels, their star quarterback, is recovering and they want to give him an extra week to rest. Commanders money line, man. Commanders money line versus the Atlanta Falcons. All right, that's the third leg of the lock of the week. Fourth leg of the lock of the week, guys. Probably the easiest pick of this bet, in my opinion. I got the Lions money line versus the Cleveland Browns. I don't care what Cleveland did to Green Bay, man. It is what it is. It's the Lions at home. Lions W easy. I think we may even see a Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders sighting this week. Cleveland ain't doing nothing against the Lions at home. Lions, money line, fourth leg, lock of the week. All right? That's the lock of the week for y'all guys. Again, at the time of the bet, the odds were plus 411. What they are, guys, 4 legs here, all money lines. Chargers money line, Eagles money line, Commanders money line, Lions money line. That is the lock of the week. Go lock it in, guys. Let me know how much you win off of that. I want to see them posted up when we get this bread. All right? I want to see it. Now, let's flip to the juicy parlay of the week for y'all, man. Y'all know how these juicy parlays work. For those of you that don't, all the juicy parlays we do for these sports bets will be plus 1,000 odds or higher. And this one, I got a juicy one for y'all, man. Let me tell you. Odds at the time of the bet, guys, are plus 3,554. And this week for this, I'm still keeping it simple, but we're teasing some of these spreads higher, guys. All right? So, first leg of the juicy parlay, ladies and gentlemen. I have the Minnesota Vikings minus 6.5 versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right. I know it's going to be a tough fought game, but I see the Vikings keeping the momentum they had last weekend and getting a win by 7-10 versus Pittsburgh, who to me has really struggled on offense. Point blank period. Even if they won a close game, I don't want to hear it. And so I do have the Vikings minus 6.5 versus Pittsburgh as the first leg for this juicy parlay. Second leg of the juicy parlay, I got the Eagles minus 6.5 versus Tampa Bay. As I just mentioned, guys, I feel like without Mike to pair with the Mike and Sterling Shepard, it's just not going to be enough to get it done versus the defending Super Bowl champs. So keep an eye on Saquon, who, you know, again, I think he's been pretty quiet over the start of this season, you know, respectively to him and his play. Like, he's been playing good, but he just hasn't had that pop-out game where he's got everyone buzzing and talking, and I'm telling you, man, that game may be this week. So Eagles -6.5 versus Tampa Bay is the second leg. Third leg, guys, again, the Commanders at the time of these bets were +2.5. I'm pounding this all weekend. Commanders -2.5 in their game. As I mentioned, they're 2.5. They're +2.5 underdogs. This is a fucking joke. Like, dead ass. Atlanta hasn't done anything for 2 weeks straight, guys. Atlanta hasn't done anything for 2 weeks straight. This is crazy that Vegas has this. So put the Commanders spread to -2.5, guys. All right, that's the third leg of the juicy parlay. Fourth leg of the juicy parlay, again, guys, I'm extremely high on them, so I'm going back to them. The Chargers, guys. I got the Chargers -9.5, guys. Yes, Chargers -9.5 versus the New York Giants. I don't think Jackson Dart is just going to be enough to slow down Herbert and the flow of the offense and everything that's going on there. As I mentioned, Omarion Hampton had his first full week as kind of sole RB1, no other backs in the mix. This is the guy. Najee's out of here. Chargers -9.5, man. So that is the juicy parlay for y'all guys. Plus 3,554 at the time of the bet. First leg, Minnesota -6.5. Second leg, Eagles -6.5. Third leg, Commanders -2.5. Fourth leg, Chargers -9.5. Go lock that in. Plus 3,500 odds. Even just put $5 on it. Win some money with me, y'all. You feel me? Win some money with me, man. And let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it moving. We gonna just quickly touch on some music news this week. Guys, Drake is the biggest Spotify streaming year. Drake has had the biggest Spotify streaming year ever, guys. Ever in Spotify's history. Okay? In Spotify's history. And for me, the reason I'm bringing this up, not to harp on it, obviously we know Drake is Drake. I told y'all it wasn't over for the people that said it was over for the boy. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's the boy, man. Long-term vision beats short-term gain. Pay attention. Come on, man. Let's go. But the reason I'm bringing this up, man, is it really just goes to the point of stay consistent, guys. Just stay consistent. While everyone talks, while everyone downs your name, just stay consistent, bro. Just stay consistent, and the rest is going to fall into place how it's supposed to. All right? Like, one of the greatest freedoms, guys, is when nobody knows what you're doing besides what they hear from other people, what they see online. Like, it's one of the biggest freedoms, okay? When you don't keep them close, or you simply just move with a purpose and a mindset of, look, I don't care about anyone else. I don't care about anyone else and their opinions and kind of what they got going, right? Like, not in a selfish way. I always say that. I've always said that to you guys. Not in a selfish way, respectively to that, right? But at the end of the day, you begin to understand that others, you know, can't know anything about you if you're not giving it to them, if you're not feeding it to them, if you're not giving in, right? Like, they can't know anything about you, man. And what that's going to do when you don't keep these people close, or you know, there's other people that there's dislike or hate or that kind of move weird. Like, it's no skin off of your back in those situations. Like, you don't really care as much in those situations because you've already just been in the mindset of just that tunnel vision of, look, I'm just going to focus on me. I know what I got. I know who I am. I know where I'm at and what I got going. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by you know, referencing it to kind of this Drake is like, bro, everyone's against him. The world's against him, bro. The world's falling apart for Drake, or so everyone says. And here he is standing a year and a half later, having the biggest Spotify year of any artist ever in the history because he just stayed consistent. Like, trust me, guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? And when you do that, what I can tell you is what's going to in turn happen is, like, your energy starts to irritate other people's demons. I think I've told you guys that before. Like, in those situations, your energy really starts to just irritate other people's demons and their souls, man. Like, people know, like, you know, when they've wronged you, or people know when they've, you know, like, made mistakes that they can't can't come back from with you, you know, shit like that. Like, people know these things, bro, and while you're kind of on this tunnel vision and you're going forward, like, people tell you all that you need to know, bro. Okay? People tell you all that you need to know within actions, words, facial expressions, eyes, patterns, guys. Like, I've been telling you, I've been telling people that I'm close to, like, patterns, bro. People tell you. It's like, I could tell you right now, if, let's say your bro smashes your girl, right? I could tell you, it's whether it's in secret, whether it's caught on video, it don't matter, right? Like, it would be easy to discern certain things like that, because it's like, you could tell, you know, the difference between you and them, as well as them and others. Like, the hugs given are different, things like that, guys. And why I'm pointing that out is just to say, while you're on this tunnel vision, simply just pay attention to what's going on around you and the patterns happening around you, and it's going to tell you all you need to know about positionally where to fashion people, right? And kind of where they need to be and where they fit. But essentially, like, you know, as you go on this, guys, like, you know what I'm saying, when you're doing this, the patterns are going to pop out, but you have to be able to look around as you have this tunnel vision and be able to catch those patterns and be able to see those things. Okay, not to this example specifically, I'm just bringing up an example. Like, that would be such an easy situation for you to be able to see. Like, you know, the hugs are different, the conversations are different, the way they speak about each other to each other is different, you know what I mean? Like, either the bro or the girl, or even just acquaintances. Like, there could be acquaintances that might know about the situation, that are gonna ask weird questions, like, so bro, like, you gonna get married to her or what, man? Like, out of the blue, like, fam, what? Like, okay, like, that's what I mean. Like, when you're on this tunnel vision, bro, if you pay attention to these certain patterns, guys, you'll be able to see things that are happening around you. And what happens is, at that point, you can just simply learn how to elevate yourself and navigate around all of that to, again, keep your focus and keep your tunnel vision, because none of that shit matters. None of that shit matters, because you know where you're elevating to, right? So it's like, all those little distractions and all this shit going on, pay attention to the patterns of things, but just continue to harness it, and leverage it to elevate yourself forward and continue to push forward. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be able to keep it just pushing, guys. Okay. And again, when you do that, like, what's going to happen is others, spirits, others, demons get irritated, man, because they can see how real that you are and how, like, focused you are. So they know that there's no excuse for them. Like, your friends know that if you're elevating and you're staying consistent, you're staying accountable for yourself, that they have no choice but to do that. And the friends that kind of pull back from you, the people that kind of pull back from you when you're going through that, are the people that don't actually want the best for you, or don't actually want the best for themselves. They may be complacent individuals, whatever the case may be. They just may not have the best interest for you. I don't know. But that's just the reality in those situations, guys. And all you have to do is stay focused, man, and just work. Like, just keep moving forward and just work, bro. Whether it's on your craft, whether it's on the gym and weights, whether it's on reading books, just work, bro. And then you end up like Drake, where, again, the world thinks it's over for you. It's like that one, like that meme with that toxic ex, like, when you pull back up to the family party after your girl told everyone she was done with you, you know what I mean? Like, it's like that, like, hey, bitch, I'm still here, motherfucker. Like, sorry, ho, you wish, bitch. You feel me? Like, it's like that. Like, that's how it becomes when you just work, bro. Is no matter what happens, I'm here, son. I'm here. The world thinks you can't recover. Everyone thinks it's done. And you just pop out with the greatest Spotify year ever in the history of Spotify. And before I get out of here, man, speaking of Spotify, I know I got some fans that listen to Spotify, guys, but and you can go look this up for yourselves. I won't post the clips just for copyright stuff. I don't want to get taken down again like we had happen a couple weeks back. You feel me? But Spotify did change their usage, guys, and you know, I looked into this, and basically Spotify has certain terms and conditions where if you are uploading your content to Spotify's platform, they own a portion of that. And you guys know, we've talked about it in the past, ownership is a huge thing for me. I would never give up my rights to anything, my intellectual property especially. So definitely won't be on Spotify anymore. You will have to go YouTube direct. We will build that up, and then we'll outsource to different spots once we get there, guys. But that's all I got for you, man. Again, guys, just stay focused. Just work, bro. Just stay consistent. Don't worry about the distractions. Don't worry about anything going on outside, but focus on the patterns around you while you have the tunnel vision. They tell you all you need to know. All right? Stay focused, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all know how we rocking. Make sure you lock in them sports bets. And if you ain't got nothing going, head on down to Sueños Cantina, man. I won't be over there today. I got a little anniversary trip, heading to the casino. About to win some Bretsky. You feel me? But at the end of the day, man, if you got some time, head down to Sueños Cantina. Kick it with the gang down there, ORSBC. Shout out to everybody tuning in, man. We have